Now we're going to look at elasticity. This is a very interesting topic now. In economics, we study elasticity to determine the degree of sensitivity or the degree of responsiveness for the demand of a good resulting from a change in the price of the good, a change in consumer income, or a change in the price of a related good. Now, an example would be, for example, if the price of the good was €1 and the quantity was 100, the total revenue would be 100. If the price went up to 150, the quantity demand would go down. So the total revenue would be 135. So therefore you'd have a small change, and that would be seen as an inelastic good. But say, for example, you had the price of a good was €1 and the quantity was 100. And the price goes up to 120 and the quantity falls to 20. Right? Then there's a huge drop or a significant change, and that would be seen as an elastic good. So an inelastic good is a good that doesn't really respond or doesn't change in the quantity much from a change in price, a change in income, or a change in the price of related goods. Now the big one we're going to look at now would be price elasticity of demand. And here is the definition. This is the degree of responsiveness of the quantity demanded of a good to a change in the price of the good. Now, there's two types of formulas. One is in the maths tables and one isn't. This isn't in the maths table. Delta Q, a change in the quantity, over half quantity 1 plus quantity 2, divided by a change in the price, divided by half of the original price and half the change price. Or down at the bottom, and these are in the mathematical tables, P1 plus P2 divided by Q1 plus Q2 multiplied by the change in the quantity over the change in the price. That's the formula. Now let's have a look. So here's a simple example. So we have the price is 150 and the quantity demanded is 80. The price goes up to €1.75 and the demand falls to 70. So I've done it both ways. And you can see then, working it out, that the figure ends up at minus 0.867. Now, what does that mean? The significance of the sign is a negative sign. All goods obey the law of demand. As price goes up, demand goes down. If it's a positive sign, all goods that disobey the law of demand, such as snob goods, goods of addiction, or giffen goods. The significance of the number. When the number is greater than 1, it's elastic. So plus 2.7 is an elastic good that disobeys the law of demand. Minus 2.7, so the minus tells us it obeys the law of demand, and the number tells us it's elastic. Plus 1.6, the plus tells us it disobeys the law of demand. The 1.6 tells us it is elastic. Minus 1.6, the minus tells us it obeys the law of demand. The 1.6 tells us that is elastic. When the number is less than 1, i.e. It is inelastic demand, so plus 0.9. So it disobeys the law of demand and is inelastic. Minus 0.9 obeys the law of demand and is inelastic. Plus 0.06 disobeys the law of demand and is inelastic. Minus 0.06 obeys the law of demand and is inelastic.